Realizing I'm Black by Jamie Handijke. When I was a young child, growing up in South Africa, I always enjoyed the time we would sit down and color pretty pictures. What kid didn't enjoy that? I remember how much I loved the color red, and so did every other kid. It was the hardest color to find. For every 10 green, yellow, and purple crayons, there was only one red. This I questioned all the time. Why couldn't the school just get more red? But I never questioned the peachy colored crayon. I never questioned why all 20 black children in my classroom strictly referred to it as skin color, as though the flesh that hung off their limbs was not skin, but something less. To not even be able to envision yourself in the world you draw as a child, it's to remove you from your own reality. I remember those first few months back from South Africa, like they were yesterday. I laugh so hard when I think of how I used to call traffic lights robots, and how I despised Jaffa cakes and mince pies and still do. I remember the joking advice of my mother as she told me not to pet all those new kids like animals in a zoo. But when strangers pet you like an animal, smile. Smile hard. Smile so the edges of your lips jump up to your temples in an inseparable union. Smile intensely when somebody asks to measure the spring constant of your hair. Smile so your chimp-like lips seem a little bit more human-like. Black is the smile I give to Karen whilst I'm walking down the road, so she's convinced that I am one of the good ones. So I've become a master face painter, best known for my elegant use of assimilation and cultural suppression. I always choose the right mask, because if you don't, we might have to mask the stench of your rotting corpse instead. Last time I checked, I had 2020 vision, but I never envisioned that a 2020 pandemic was a necessary component to cause people to remember that there was even an ounce of humanity left flowing through their veins. But then again, there was no realization. Jumping on the latest bandwagon until you find your next hit of dopamine isn't realization. I'm so glad I'm not African American. My experiences aren't of being put into a tight necklace of thread or living in fear of being the next member of the counted for Black Twitter to sob over. My experiences are small, of standing round a group of students who gladly sang, "My crew is big and keeps getting bigger, that's 'cause Jesus Christ is my..." And out of their ever-abundant kindness and respect, one of them asked me to finish the song for them. I knew the guy. I thought he was my friend. I thought I was in safe hands, but then again, I cannot even trust my own hand to not wrangle itself round my throat whilst I sleep and strangle the life out of my frail body in the dead of night. So what reason did I have to trust him? So I stand there, in front of these people I once called acquaintances. Watch as they stare me down. Listen as the black on my skin screams out for me to say something. Do something. But I just stand there and smile.